Hey, what's up everybody? You know, I thought I'd do this video because I'm not sure if people have asked this question, but I'm pretty sure some people have asked it. And that question is, why do fans do their own commentaries? Why do fans do their own commentaries? And you can probably see it up there. Well, fans like myself, we do our own commentaries for a reason. And the reason we do our own commentaries is because, you know, we just like to say what's really on our minds. You know, we want to come out and, you know, speak from our heart. You know, either we, you know, use a piece of paper like this to, you know, type up what we're going to say, or as I've been doing lately with my new commentary series, just shooting, you know, from within. You know, not reading a piece of paper or watching the movie or the show that I'm talking about or anything like that. Just shooting from what I know, from what I remember watching. And you know, this is a question I'm pretty sure not many people have asked, but I'm pretty sure some have asked. And you know, the answer is real simple. Like I said, the answer is real simple because, like I said, we like to speak our own minds. We like to say, well, how we feel. You know, matter of fact, I'll give you an example. I discovered fan commentaries on the YT, you know, that I'm on right now, on the YT YouTube, and I discovered them via you know, a channel known as Find the Computer Room. And these guys at Find the Computer Room, a group of England guys, British guys, who like Sonic, obviously like the Sonic franchise, put together, you know, here's what these guys do. They put together some of the cutscenes, you know, the CGI cutscenes from all the Sonic games that have come out over the years, like the ones that have come on the Dreamcast, the GameCube, the Wii, the Xbox, you know, the PS2, the PS3, and all that. They put them together as movies, which is a good idea. You know, and I know they're not the only ones that do that. But they also commentate on them as well. After they put them together and they show them, they also commentate on them. But that's not the only thing they commentate on. They've commentated on certain episodes from Sonic Underground, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic X, and the one that I discovered them on, Sonic Sat AM, or Sonic the Hedgehog Saturday Morning, which originally aired here in the United States on ABC back in the early to mid 90s. And the one that I discovered them, the one commentary I discovered them doing was the Doomsday Project. And basically they just give their opinions and all that, of like how they remember when they first saw it and this and that. So, and I noticed recently, I typed this in, you know, because I was thinking about it, called fan commentaries. And I find out there's other people that have done their own little commentaries, not just on movies, not just on shows, but on movies as well. And so I decided to do some commentaries as well. Now I've tried them before in the past when I had a previous channel, but unfortunately that channel got taken out. So now I'm doing it on my new channel, and hopefully things will be alright. But these, again, are just, you know, this is how I found out about fan commentaries. And then you have a movie like, say, right over here, you have Transformers, the movie, the 20th anniversary edition, right here. You have this movie, and one of the commentaries on there is fan commentary. I think right there is fan commentary. And these guys that are fans that do this, you know, they run certain websites and all that on the Transformers franchise. You know, I think one of them's TF World 2005 or something like that. But these guys do their own fan commentary. In fact, we even have a fan on here that's another British guy that actually comments on what would have been, on what scenes were taken out and would have, you know, could have been in there, and what scenes didn't make it in, and, you know, all that. So, but again, the question that's asked in the title, that I'm pretty sure some have asked but not many, is why do fans do this? And again, like I mentioned, we do it to give our own opinions, because we know that not many people are going to give their opinions. Not many people are going to come out that have worked on the series, or worked on certain movies, are going to come out and say how they really feel about certain episodes. Like for a cartoon series, for example, like say for example, this one right here, Sonic Sat-AM, this one. Let's say, for example, the episode that, like I said, I commentated on recently, and the one that Find the Computer Room commentated on was the Doomsday Project. Do we know here's the question, was Len Jensen or even Ben Hurst when he was still alive, God rest his soul, or even Julie White, were these guys ever going to sit down in a room and, if this was ever re-released, or even when it was released, do commentary on it? No. No, they never did. And were they ever going to probably do it in the future? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. See, that's why fans, like myself, do these commentaries. Because we want to do, obviously, what some people won't, what some who do a great job on these series, story-wise, animation-wise, and all that, won't do. That's why we do it. The first one I did in my Fan Shoot commentary series, which is, like I said, my new one, I did a commentary on the 6-minute Popeye short from 1956, Polly Voo Woos. And I just basically talked about it without, like I say, reading a piece of paper or watching it. I just talked about it from memory. Same with Double O Chipmunk from Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. I did it from memory. I didn't watch the episode, I just spoke my mind. And that's exactly what I did with Doomsday Project as of yesterday. I just spoke my mind. I didn't, read what I wrote on a piece of paper. I didn't watch the episode. I just, spoke my mind. And, and I know I'm not the only person that probably does that, but the thing is, whether I do it, whether other people do it like I do it, or not, it's just our way of saying, look, this is how we feel. This is what we think about it. And going back to the people at Find the Computer Room, going back to those guys, they did a commentary on Blast of the Past from Sonic Sat-AM, which is a two-parter. And when they were doing the commentary for part 2 of Blast of the Past, and they were doing the commentary during the recap of part 1, they mentioned how Sally's hair, when they were doing the recap, and her and Sonic were connecting the Power Stones, how her hair looked feature quality, almost like a feature film quality. And to me, when somebody says something like that, to me that acknowledges, that they, as a fan, believes that if something like this was shown in theaters, people would watch it. That animation is worthy of putting something like that in theaters. But you see, that's how fans are. That's what fans do with their commentaries. When they do their own commentaries, their own fan-made commentaries. Whether they're doing it through audio, which is the majority of how you do commentaries, or you're doing it like, say, Universal did with Dwayne The Rock when he was doing commentary on Scorpion King. They had like this little box of him, in the corner where you saw him doing the commentary and all that. Some people do it that way. But, again, the reason we fans do it is because we want to give our own thoughts on how we feel. And depending on how we do it, whether we do it, like I said, reading, like I said, taking something like this and, reading off what we wrote, or just doing it, like, say, the way I do it, just from the heart, from the mind, from not watching anything, but just from what I remember. It doesn't matter. It's because we're speaking how we feel. We're speaking what we feel. We're speaking our thoughts. We're basically saying, oh, this is this and this is that. That's why we do it. And again, it's also due to the fact that if you take a look at a show like this, you know that the creators of the show, whether it's a show like Sonic Sat-AM, are not going to take the time out to do commentary on certain episodes. Now, there are some shows out there, I will acknowledge that, like animated shows like, say, Gargoyles, and maybe even adult animated shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy and all that, where they probably do commentaries on certain episodes. And even live action shows as well, they do the same thing, but still, a majority of shows like this don't get that commentary. And that's why we do it, because some shows like Sonic Sat AM, like Rescue Rangers, like Tailspin, like the Raccoons, nobody takes time out to sit in front of the, or even something like the Berenstein Bears, they don't take time to sit out, down in front of a mic or have one of those headsets on with the mic and commentate on the show. So basically, by not having time to do that or not doing that at all, that leaves the door open for people like me, for fans like myself, to do our own commentaries. Like I said, we either were reading it from a piece of paper that we typed up our commentary on, or just like what I do, just shooting, without reading a paper or watching anything, That's why we fans do this, because when people that work on shows like Sonic Sat AM, like Berenstein Bears, Tailspin, shows like that, Wildcats, if you will, X-Men maybe, the original X-Men from the 90s, when people don't take their time out to do that stuff, we take it on. We as fans take it on and speak our minds and how we feel about certain things and what we like about it and how this would and how that would. That's why fans like myself see this door opened, because, like I say, the writers or the artists or whatever that work on the show, animated or live action, that don't take time to do commentaries, that door is open for us to step right in and do our own. Whether, like I said, whether we're reading from paper or shooting, that door is open for us. So to answer the question, I'm pretty sure some people have asked, why do fans do commentaries or do their own commentaries? It's because the door is opened. And until someday the writers of a certain show, let's say Lynn Jensen, who was one of the head guys on here, Lynn Jensen, Pat Lee, Andy Hayward and all that, until the day comes where they do commentary on certain episodes for a show like this, or either the day comes where someone like Tad Stones does commentary on episodes of Darkwing Duck, or Rescue Rangers, or Tailspin, or whatever, that door is always going to be open for fans like me and others to do our commentary, for us to step in and do our own commentary. So, hopefully I answered that question. You got comments down below, you know what to do, post them.